Is this Ripley's moment? Is Rhea Ripley gonna tap out the 14-time champion?
Welcome to MsMojo, and today we're counting down our picks for the most important, influential, and downright awesome women's WWE matches in history.
Two beautiful women crashing and burning, all for the sake of the women's title.
Number 10. Iyo Sky vs. Rhea Ripley vs. Bianca Belair, WrestleMania 41, Night 2.
It's a dangerous situation for all three women. Iyo somehow landed on her face.
We truly enjoy an embarrassment of riches when it comes to the modern landscape of the WWE Women's Division. A lot of that gold can be mined from the company's diverse selection of superstars, including Bianca Belair, Rhea Ripley, and Iyo Sky. The latter two have had great matches together on outlets such as Raw, but this triple threat title defense by Sky truly served as a groundbreaking moment for the champion.
Leapfrog and just kicks Bianca out of her boots. Iyo Sky with a missile drop kick.
Sky's character was done being a third wheel within her own narrative. She made that clear by pinning Belair after Belair laid out Ripley with a K.O.D. Oh, and that moonsault beforehand? Beautiful stuff.
Over the moonsault! Cover on Belair! Sky wins! Iyo Sky wins!
Number 9. Alundra Blayze vs. Nakano, SummerSlam 1994. You just gotta hand it to the hot crowd at the United Center in Chicago, Illinois. They really popped for this match between two legends of women's wrestling, Medusa, aka Alundra Blayze, and Nakano.
Blayze now. Oh, whoa!
The pair have worked miracle matches together within their rivalry, but the landscape at this time, in the US anyway, wasn't exactly working in their favor. That's why it's so satisfying to hear the crowd at SummerSlam 1994 getting so loud and invested in the action.
Oh, she's gonna get her. Oh, look at this,
Blayze and Nakano pulled off a clinic of impact moves, storytelling beats, and believable physicality, proving themselves to be certified stars. Number 8. Toni Storm vs. Meiko Sodamura, Mae Young Classic 2018. A good pro wrestling tournament is usually guaranteed to deliver amazing action, while also providing some surprises along the way.
Toni Storm, though, kicks her back down again. Sodamura back to her feet. Kick to Storm. Another kick from Toni.
The 2018 iteration of WWE's Mae Young Classic provided the thrilling return of Japanese wrestling legend Meiko Sodamura, who got all the way to the semifinals before facing rising star Toni Storm. It would be the latter who would eventually go on to win the entire tournament, but it's this hard-hitting matchup that made Storm feel like she earned that win.
Looking to put Toni away! Death Valley Driver! Good night, everybody! Toni Storm! Kicked out!
They call them legends for a reason.
German suplex! Dropped her on the back of her neck! Here it comes! Storm! 0!
Number 7. Becky Lynch vs. Charlotte Flair, WWE Evolution 2018.
Becky's on the table. Charlotte is in position. She's going to deliver.
The Evolution series of female-centric pay-per-view events continues to serve as opportunities for history to be made within the WWE Women's Division. The 2018 iteration of the event showcased a last woman standing match between Charlotte Flair and Becky Lynch.
Charlotte's going to... Oh my God! Are you kidding me?
Charlotte Flair sacrificing her own body!
This match delivered on all of the promise that description entails. As two of the industry's absolute best-told stories entertained and, oh yeah, wrestled their butts off for an appreciative crowd. Lynch may have taken the W after Flair couldn't emerge from a rec table before the 10 count, but it was the audience that was the real winner.
It's over! Becky Lynch! Becky Lynch retains the title!
Number 6. Sasha Banks vs. Bayley, NXT TakeOver Brooklyn.
The official keeping Sasha Banks.
It was an extremely difficult task narrowing down all of the many Sasha vs. Bayley bangers over the years. Their historic Iron Woman match from NXT TakeOver Respect certainly qualifies, as does their pandemic-era contest from SmackDown. However, sometimes the most obvious answer is the correct one, so we're gonna go with their epic showdown from NXT TakeOver Brooklyn in 2015.
She's a fighting champion, but Bayley's showing she's a fighting challenger. Oh!
Double axe handle!
There's always something special about a heel Banks, as she does excellent character work, like kicking Bayley's hands while the latter is locked in the bank statement. Also, the match's epic reversals and satisfying finale are destined to get even the most hardened wrestling fan emotionally invested.
Bayley to Bayley for the title! Bayley's got it! Bayley is your new NXT Women's Champion!
Number 5. Asuka vs. Ember Moon. NXT TakeOver Brooklyn 3. The NXT TakeOver series proved that it still had plenty of gas left in the tank for this third dance in Brooklyn. This time, it was a newer generation of female superstars putting it all on the line for the WWE Universe.
This might be a way of doing it.
Maybe a teardrop suplex by Ember Moon!
Fans were probably assuming that Asuka was going to drop the title to Ember Moon on this night, since the former was gearing up for a main roster run. But that was not to be, and Asuka remained undefeated despite a valiant effort from Moon.
Hung up in a tree on the stomp by Moon! Rolls over the NXT Women's Champion. Moon hooks the leg!
There's magic in those near falls, with virtually every audience member's heart in their throat, as they catch their collective breath waiting for a 3. What can we say? This one is still great.
The record reign continues!
Here's your winner by submission and still the NXT Women's Champion, Asuka!
Number 4. Charlotte Flair vs. Rhea Ripley. WrestleMania 39, Night 1.
Uh-oh, Rhea thinking about Riptide! Charlotte countered into a DDT! What a move! For the win! Hooks the leg! Rhea kicks it too!
Charlotte Flair's WrestleMania undefeated streak came to an end at the hands of Rhea Ripley. The latter made further history on this night by becoming the first woman to win gold from Raw, SmackDown, NXT, NXT UK, and the WWE Women's Tag Team division. The match, in the meantime, asserted the dominant reputation of both superstars, with neither coming out the contest feeling as if they lost anything.
Here we go! Charlotte now! Figure 4! Can she bridge? Can she bridge to the figure 8? Ripley got the bottom rope!
Instead, Ripley's win simply cemented her character further, while Flair's loss added fuel to the Queen's revenge-filled fire.
And it might be! Riptide! Cover! Rhea Ripley's the SmackDown Women's Champion!
Number 3. Sasha Banks vs. Bianca Belair. WrestleMania 37, Night 1. WWE loves making a bit of history, and they did a good one here with Night 1 of WrestleMania 37.
This is the biggest stage she has ever stepped foot on. You could see the emotion in both women's faces. You have to put it in the past. You forget about it. Bianca's on the verge of tears right now.
Not only was the decision to have Bianca Belair and Sasha Banks headline the evening a good one, but the fact that both women were African American helped make it historic.
All the way up top.
Belair from the top rope. Banks is in trouble. Bianca Belair! Banks got her knees up!
Banks and Belair, for their part, told everyone that they were going to make this evening count. Their contest was closely matched. Traded finishers and high-impact offense were the stories of the day here, while Belair's triumphant victory of the SmackDown Women's Championship title from Banks felt like a big deal, because it was a big deal.
I was so shocked, I thought Sasha kicked out!
Well, pinch yourself, Cole, because the dream has become reality.
Number 2. The Four Horsewomen meet. NXT TakeOver Rival. We, as wrestling fans, love going back to watch the creative evolution of our favorite superstars. But what about when 4 generational legends all share the squared circle at once? Well, you rewatch that match again and again, that's what.
Can this dream come true? This dream since she was 12 years old. All she ever wanted to be was to be a champion. Oh my God!
This defense of Charlotte Flair's NXT Women's Championship against Sasha Banks, Becky Lynch, and Bayley was historic not only for having all of that talent together in the ring.
Oh, hold on! Charlotte got Harris!
It's also where these murmurings of 4 horsewomen couldn't be denied. These were certifiable superstars honing their craft, yes, but also clearly on the way to stardom, riding that rocket for all they're worth.
We have a new women's champion!
Here is your winner and new NXT Women's Champion, Sasha Banks!
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Wendy Richter versus the Fabulous Moolah, the brawl to end it all. The Rock and Wrestling Connection finds its female star.
Pandemonium broken loose here in the garden.
Total chaos! Total chaos!
Liv Morgan vs. Rhea Ripley, SummerSlam 2024. Morgan retains a tainted victory, Ripley eats a pin.
And Morgan driving Rhea into Mysterio. Liv Morgan oblivion to Ripley.
Trish Stratus vs. Mickie James, WrestleMania 22. Remembered for the angle, but worth rewatching for the wrestling.
Trish on great athleticism. Oh, wait a minute, it's being reversed here. Mickie James.
Melina vs. Beth Phoenix, One Night Stand 2008. An underrated banger from women's wrestling dark era.
Hanging on here for dear life, but once again, how strong is Beth Phoenix? Oh no!
Wielding power into the running power bomb.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications. Number 1. Lita vs. Trish Stratus, WWE Raw Main Event 2004. It speaks volumes that the IMDb listing for this episode of Monday Night Raw is titled Lita and Trish Make History. The WWE clearly knew what they had with Lita and Trish. An epic rivalry and unmatched in-ring chemistry. The pair headlined WWE's flagship show and made history while doing it, proving that, yes, fans do want to watch women's wrestling.
That's weird. Something's happening here.
There's a board there that sort of outlines the card, and we were listed as the main event. And people were like, "Oh man, congratulations!" We were like, "What's happening?" It just was unheard of. It was absolutely unheard of for the females to be in that position.
You just gotta give them something worthwhile to watch, and they'll care.
Everything they've got, everything they can. Trish in that position. Look out, Trish! Oh no! Powerbomb!
Lita and Trish would have banger after banger over the course of their careers, including a showdown at Unforgiven 2006. But it's their 2004 Raw main event that really stands the test of time.
The moonsault! Lita did it, King!
What are your thoughts about the evolution of women's wrestling over the decades? Let us know in the comments.
Believe the effort, the heart, both women displayed, but Lita tonight, the better woman, Lita tonight is the new women's champion.